love that music. I love that boomer music, as they call it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5. It is Friday. Guys, it's Friday. And so what do you think this is in here? Oh, this is, by the way, my little cup that I got from Jason Lee. By the way, I'm going to be on Jason Lee's show. When is it? I think it drops on Sunday. And so when I went out to LA, I went on Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked, and there we go. So this is the cup he gave me, and there's something bubbly in there, some bubbly. And I hope you guys have a little drink, a cocktail, or something with you today, because it's Friday, as long as you are in a place where you are not driving, where you can handle yourself. You're in a safe spot. Hi, Don. Let's roll. So tell us where you're streaming from. I have a great show. I'm so happy about this because I find that the funniest Montreal. Wow. Hello, Lemon Nation. Montreal. Patricia's there. I find that the funniest comedians are women comedians. Don't tell my brothers that. Don't tell the men comedians that. But I find the funny, and we have a really funny comedian with us. And a writer. I don't know if you can call her a comedian, whatever. But anyway, she's a very funny person. So good evening. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5, the Don Lemon Show. What a week. What a week. What a week. What a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad damn week. We saw stock market chaos. We saw tariff wars. We saw a disgraceful, fake State of the Union. Y'all know that wasn't a real State of the Union, right? It was fake. It wasn't a real one. And we saw Democrats eating their own. Democrats, as we say, from Louisiana, just in the hood, Democrats done pissed me off this week. And I'm going to tell you why. So we have a lot to choose from. Let's see. You know what I tell you every Friday night? In moments like this, we can either laugh or we can either cry. And on this channel, we choose to laugh. So welcome to our fourth. Can you believe this is our fourth Sour Lemon special? And I know you're going to love it. Tonight, I'm joined by a very brilliant comedian. So I want you to welcome everybody. This is a WGA award-winning writer, an actress, and a queen of the stand-up circuit, Yamaneika. Welcome to the program. I'm so happy. A DEI hire.
Your DEI, right? DEI. Doing everything intelligently. That's what I call it.
Is that why do you call it that?
Because that's what we do. We do everything intelligently. And then when they put their hands on it, they do everything ignorantly. Okay? So it's very versatile. Just like I'm sure you can be from time to time, Don.
That's a DI. That's a DIE hired. Doing it ignorantly. You're funny. So, Chris. So just so you know, the comments are up. So Kristen Thompson says hello. Go Lightly says hello. People are going to say hi to you, and they're going to talk about you. So you better be good. S. Thomas says hi, Yamaneika. So hey, Yam. Ms. Wright says they know you. Yay, Yamaneika.
I got a little bit going on. Yes.
So look, make sure if you love and you know Yamaneika, and even if you don't, make sure you hit that thumbs up button because it affects the algorithm and more people get to become aware of our channel. They'll get to enjoy the fun tonight. It is a Friday night. We've had a very bad week. And so, Yamaneika, just before we get started, this is our Sour Lemon Show. What is on your mind, girl?
I mean, I'm trying not to use my mind that much because I'm going to have to save it for this war that's coming up. Okay? It is getting crazy and crazy. I mean, you weren't about what's on my mind. What is on their minds? I mean, has anybody got the lights on? I said this today on my live. I think too many people are worried about being content creators and not enough people are worried about the world at large because there's the only reason we got here is because nobody was paying attention to who we were letting through the door.
What you mean by that? To who we were letting through the door? What are you talking about?
You know, like the insanity, right? Where it starts off with Trump, it starts off very easy, right? We love reality shows, Housewives, we like all of that shit. And then all of a sudden people look at things and they go, oh, well, I don't mind that being a part of my life. And that's how we got to a place where we have a reality star ruining our lives because we're so busy worrying about what's on Bravo and not what's happening in Congress. Okay?
All right. Did you hear that? Did you hear the delicious? I'm through. 2 snaps and a circle, a Z formation. Thank you very much for that. I agree with you. So where shall we start? Do you want to start? Let's get to the Sour Lemon of the week. And there were so many to choose from, Yamaneika. I don't know if I don't know. I think you're aware of the people that we have, But do you have an honorable mention for the people who we don't have them? Do you have an honorable mention?
Is Marjorie wasn't on the list, right?
Oh no! Yeah, we forgot about Marjorie. Okay.
Yeah, never forget to put that dry hair on a list, honey. Okay. I mean, deep conditioner all the way, and that's how I know she don't have no black women in her life.
Or gay friends.
Or gay friends. No, you can't have no gay people or black women. Okay. I mentioned that also in my special, which I can't completely name because there's a word in it you can't say, but you know me, you know what's in there.
What does it start with?
It's called white, hard R. Okay. There's a thing that you can say. There's another title for white people, but I don't want to give it away because you got to watch the special to figure out how you can say it as a white person. But yeah, Marjorie hair just is dry. All of them women, dry hair, follicles falling out their head, but they want you to believe that God is blessing them and God is on their side. God's not even on your face, baby. So how the hell could he be on your side? Okay.
We had a young lady on over the weekend, and she does Republican makeup and hair, and she says the same thing. And she's a white lady. She says the same thing that you. She said, and my hair, I said, can you do Republican hair? She goes, no, my hair can never get that dry. I'm like, wow.
Embalming fluid, okay?
My gosh.
Okay, Marjorie, every time you have an appointment, it's right after they did Mrs. Johnson's face. Please sit down. The embalming fluid is getting warm for you. And you got the nerve to run your mouth to Representative Jasmine Crockett like that. I couldn't believe it. Girl, you stepping out like that because you know you got weaponry on you, but you know if you didn't have that stuff on you, you would not be running your mouth to nobody, not one of us. I wish she would. Anytime she got something to say, Don, to Representative Crockett, you come say it to me, dry follicles, Marjorie Taylor Greene. So many names, they don't even know where to put you at.
Dominica.
Sorry, I'm high.
You coming in hot.
No, Don, listen, make your decision now whether you want me to stay or not, because I get your show canceled. Okay. Make your decision.
The opinions of the people on this show, not our opinions. It's not mine. They have no association with the Don Lemon Show. I'm just
Don,
here
let me tell you something. My mother says the same thing right before she introduced me to people. So you are not alone.
Okay. Let's start. Okay, we're going to start with Brian Glenn. Do you know who Brian Glenn is?
Yes, I do.
The reason I'm starting with Brian Glenn is because Brian Glenn, reportedly, that's what everybody tells me, is Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend. He is a reporter for a conservative network. He is the one who asked Zelensky in the Oval Office why he didn't wear a suit. Here it is.
Well, my second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting.
I don't have such. I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe
something like yours. Yes. Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah. Thank you.
So I say, look, Zelensky handled that question well. Zelensky is a former comedian, so he knows, and I could see the humor in that. By the way, that was last week, okay? And I think, was Brian Glenn on our, was he one from last week, guys? Or did we not have him on our list from last week?
No, we had Vance from that exchange.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
So that was last week, but then, okay, I want to know what you thought of that. But then the reason he's on this week is because he doubled down, right? People were able to ask him, why did you ask that question? And so he went all over. He did a media tour. But what did you think of that question, that moment, Yamanika? You're at a loss for words? You can't be at a loss for words.
It's the same thing. I don't care about none of that. The man's worrying about a suit. Be more concerned about why we're looking at the Oval Office, and it looked like a Klan rally. Where are the people of color? Like, for real, you worry about a suit. The most color we got is him sitting there in that blue flamingo, whatever he got going on. It's like, are you going to a casino after this? Where are you wearing all this blue to? Huh? Is this some type of new party in town? Because there's no more Diddy, no more white parties. Now y'all decided to do blue parties?
Okay, there were no sheets in there. It was just not. There was not
You know they ain't
diversity.
wearing no sheets now.
But there was no diversity. Let's just say there was no
Well,
diversity in the
I'll
Oval
say
Office.
what you can't say, Don. You know what it looks like up in there. Okay.
The opinions and
Yes.
the people on this show. So I mentioned the suit last week too. I was like, that big cheap ass blue suit. Nobody wears that anymore. We're like, what?
No.
But that's not even a Sam's or whatever it is. That's not even a
No.
warehouse. What do you call it? What's the
Mr.
warehouse?
Furley wouldn't even wear that. Do you hear me?
Oh shit,
Okay.
not Mr. Furley. What about
Okay.
Mr. Roper? What about Mr.
Honey,
Roper?
maybe, but Mr. Roper definitely wasn't styling. You understand?
We used to call my dad Mr. Furley whenever he put on something. We'd be like, Dad, where are you going looking like Mr. Furley?
Oh, no.
This is back in the 80s. Oh my gosh, you are a mess. So you notice that big, ill-fitting, crazy blue ass suit that he got from not even Men's Warehouse won't even sell that. Not even Marshalls. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
I don't know where he got that suit from. I mean, it's
Amazon.
a mess. It's a mess. And the thing about it is, to really, I mean, let's get real for a second, that is even the thing that is pressing on your mind in the middle of this important conversation that you are having with him is, where is the suit? And it's really a gaslight, because they're trying to put on this idea that he has no respect or respectability to be in front of the president of the United States and all his little cronies, because he didn't come to the party looking the way they want him to look. And that's ultimately the problem, is they keep trying to condition everybody to go back to being the same so that they can control everything, because they constantly get to tell you what the style is, what the moment is. And if you're not doing their moment or their style, then they're going to relegate you to the back. It's insane.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you. Where the
kisses are hers and his, three's company too. Come in, what is it? Come in, dance on our floor.
Come and dance on our floor.
Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new.
With a lovable face that please replace three's company too. You'll see that life is a ball again. Laughter is calling for you. Down at our rendezvous. Three is company too. I love your energy. Do you remember the bar in Three's Company? Come on. I know.
No. I don't remember the name of it.
Okay.
But I do remember us having the scenes there. The scenes with him there.
In the bar downstairs. Yeah. Okay. Downstairs from where they lived, there was a bar. And who can get Don Knotts? I was going to ask who was Mr. Furley. You guys know that. But I want to know, do you guys remember the name of the bar? It was the original Suzanne Summers.
No, was it the Flamingo? No.
White. It's close.
It was named after.
It was named after, someone's got it, Progressively Independent, but I don't want to tell you. Don't look. If you look at the thing.
It wasn't the Flamingo. It was something.
It wasn't the Flamingo. It has to do with royalty and a dog.
Oh, is it like something? No. Hound.
No, it was the Regal Beagle.
Oh my God, yes. The Regal Beagle.
It was, what was her name? White. Her last name was White, but then I remember Suzanne Summers, who just passed, and what was her name? Shoot. Oh, crap. Dark-haired lady. I can't remember her name. Anyways.
No.
Janice? Is it Janet? Janet White? Janet? No, her name was Janet on the show. Chrissy and Janet.
Was it Dubois?
No. What was her name? Oh, crap. Anyway, I liked her. She lasted, I think, the entire time, or the longest on there. And everyone's going to Regal Beagle. What's her name? Janice DeWitt. That was it. Janet DeWitt. Janet DeWitt. That was her name. I didn't even need that. So, okay. So do you remember Mr. Furley went away? And then the Ropers came in.
The Ropers
were first.
The Ropers did come first. And then
they did their spinoff. And then that didn't go well. And then they brought in Mr. Furley after that. Yeah. Joy DeWitt. Is that Joyce DeWitt? I said Joyce DeWitt.
I'm trying to think, was it? Because I remember the whole thing was that Jack was gay, or they were pretending that he was gay, but he wasn't. Yeah. But I'm like, they didn't really, I don't remember how that went with him and Mr. Furley, even though Mr. Furley had more episodes, because Mr. Furley was also out here doing a lot of, dressing to impress. So I was like, he most certainly can't have a problem with Jack being gay, because
That was a lot of double knit on Mr.
It was a lot, and them bells was ringing hard on them bell bottoms. You hear me?
The bells are back. I just got a bell bottom suit. I'm just saying. Okay.
Please, can we leave it at where it was? Just
all right.
knock it one time and return it.
So Brian Glenn went on to the BBC explaining his question and saying he is now getting threats. Here it is.
I know by the thousands and tens of thousands of comments I've gotten on social media, death threats, phone calls. I don't know how they got my number. I think the world took it as a snarky comment. That wasn't really my intention. My intention was just to see if he understood the level of respect that people have when they go into the Oval Office. Now, a lot of people will say, well, why doesn't Elon Musk wear a suit? Why does he wear a hat? Why does he take his kid into the Oval Office? Well, Elon Musk is in charge of saving, billions of dollars of taxpayer dollars going over to different, organizations. Zelensky has been given, some say, close to $300 billion in cash and military equipment. So I would think at that point, it does warrant him showing a little bit of respect.
Couple of things to pick you up on there, if I may, Mr. Glenn. The US hasn't given $300 billion worth of aid. I know President Trump has said it a number of times, but it's more like 119 billion, according to a think tank in Germany who actually tracks what goes into Ukraine. And in terms of your point about his attire, many people are saying, look, this is a guy at war. He's been leading his country bravely through this war against Russia for 3 years, and probably what he's wearing is the last thing on his mind.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But to my point, the war is not in the West Wing and the Oval Office in Washington, D.C. The war is back in Ukraine. And let me be really clear on this, Victoria, because this is some of the hate that I've gotten online. President Trump, I just left the Roosevelt room. President Trump wants nothing more than peace in that region, wants to stop this war. Matter of fact, my first question, Victoria, was about his legacy going down as a peacemaker and someone who stopped a war and didn't start any wars that the U.S. got involved. So that was my first question. So, this is something that he wants to end.
Brian Glenn, thank you very much for talking to us this evening. Thank you.
Not the reporter having to recheck a report, not a British reporter or anchor having to check an American reporter who actually covers the White House and tell him exactly how much money is given. Maybe he should be more concerned about that than what suit Zelensky is wearing. And by the way, what difference does it make how much money and who and why you're in the Oval Office if you're going to
talk to him, Don? Who is wasting their time to talk to him?
But I'm saying, does it matter if you have respect for the Oval Office, or you think that people should have more respect for the Oval Office? Then it doesn't matter why they're there, or you should just have some respect, right?
Well, I like how she just stopped all the nonsense and just went into the facts and kept it pushing. The reality is, they just say any crazy thing they want out of their mouth, and then we sit there and try to, go back and forth with them on nonsense, right? Everything he said is nonsense. It's even nonsense to him as he's saying it, because you see how much he's stuttering, because he can't believe the nonsense. His mouth is going, whoa, 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 whoa. We're not checking in with our brain at all. Like for the last 5 minutes, you just been letting stuff come straight from your throat, right out your mouth. Can we cycle it up here? And he's like, nah, we ain't got time for that. We going, he was just, because with Elon, they said the same thing they said with Elon. Well, what he doing? Why he dressed just like Zelensky? Even his mind is going, hey, they're gonna say this about Elon. They are saying any crazy thing, and then while they saying crazy things, we over here rocking. You should have seen me outside to listen. I was trauma rocking, trying to keep myself calm from the nonsense. I would never listen to him that long. The fact that you need to worry about where your hair is going, because your hair is taking a hike this way, okay? And all these fucking boo bump bangs and all this other nonsense you got going on, that's your concern. Don't worry about a suit, baby. Worry about who you can get some black women in your hair to start massaging your follicles, because your hair is going back here. See, they need me too, right, Don? They need you and I. You to say, put the disclaimer out, and then me just to say the wild, crazy things that they also saying.
I told you I'm not getting involved in this.
But here we are.
My name is Emmett. I ain't in it. Okay, so he went on to Piers Morgan to do some further explanation. Here it is. Notice he's going to a lot of British people.
Perhaps I would have asked him that same question if I would have been
Really?
there. I'm just saying, if that's what America's asking, perhaps I would have asked that question, Pierce. But I respect Winston Churchill greatly, but I can't make a comment how I would have felt at that time. I know one thing: this war needs to end. You and I both know this war needs to end. We need peace. You want peace. Everyone in Ukraine wants peace. Matter of fact, Pierce, my first question actually was his legacy to go down as a peacemaker and how important that was. And he said that many times on the campaign trail about being a peacemaker. So that was my first question. And then my second question obviously was the one that got most of the attention. But at the end of the day, I guess it doesn't matter what he wears in the Oval Office.
No,
but
it
I
doesn't.
just felt like the American people wanted to see that he appreciated the amount, because it's very controversial, as you know. You pay attention to. You're friends with President Trump. You hear from him a lot.
Okay.
He wants peace. He doesn't want any more bloodshed.
He wants
2,700
Okay.
people.
All right, we're good. Homina. I still don't think that question made sense. Go on. What'd you say? What do you say?
He wants peace. Everything he's done since he got back in office was snatch peace. He's snatching jobs from people, insurance from people. He's snatching everything he can snatch. He running through telling you you're completely incompetent. You got to get out of here. We're not giving you money for this. We're taking this back. All of these things that are causing disturbances all over America. And then they keep saying peace, and then turns around and makes his wife the head of anti-bullying, and her husband is like the biggest bully on earth. Like, they just doing whatever they want. It's opposite day, and we on the wrong side of the day. You understand?
We're on the dark side of the moon.
We're on the dark side of the day.
Okay, let me just say this, guys. So look, you out here on these independent streets, right? You are streaming. It is important for people to support us. That's why I say make sure you hit the thumbs up, because it affects the algorithm, and we need that. Make sure the subscription or subscribe button is right below the Don Lemon logo on the right-hand bottom of your screen. Subscriptions are free, but become a member like Red Jet that just put Red Jet up, a Don and Yam. She said it has a message to us. Put that up, please. And so become a member. Don and Yam for President VP. Just a suggestion for a friend, LMAO. This is a Friday. We all need it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're trying to look. There's a lot of important stuff going on, a lot of crazy stuff, but we want you to have some fun. Now, here's my question, though. Because I don't want to be sexist, and I don't want to be, who's at the top of the ticket? They want me and you.
Oh, right.
Is it a or is it, am I going to say the woman gets to be president? Or, well, it's not my, you know what I'm saying. It's not my choice.
No,
my
Don,
decision.
This is how much for women you are that you even thought, you see what I'm saying, that you thought about that. Because immediately I didn't even think about that. I was like, yeah, I'm president. I didn't even go back and forth in my head about which one of us.
You were the president.
No, I was president. You see what I'm saying? So I'm proud of you.
Well, I was president too.
When? Where? Don, you said you got right. And let it stay in your head.
It wasn't because I'm a man. I was just saying because it's my show. But then I was like, but she's probably as qualified as I am to be president.
Yeah.
We need some humor, and we could use a woman in the White House. Come on now.
Yeah, but they just don't want it. They don't. Want it.
Julie Simmons says Yamanika gets to be president. I'm okay with that. I really am.
The way I would get this country together is crazy.
And the way I would sit at the vice president's house and watch you get it together and drink me some champagne would be like, hey.
I know that's right.
Hey. They'd be like, what? I'm like, I'm vice president. Where we want to go? We got Secret Service. Hey, look, this is me. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready? I'm calling you.
You call me? Hello, who this?
Hi, President Yamanika.
That's right.
Hey, this is Vice President Lemon.
All right, what you doing? What's going on with you?
I need Air Force One. I need to go somewhere.
Where you going this time?
I need some party. I'm going to find some business to go to, but we're going to pretend that we're going to a party. I want to go to Ibiza. But can we find some business there? If not, then I'll just go to Greece. You know what happens in Greece, because you
know what? Let me see who I got over there, because we don't be messing with Greece like that. They got an attitude. Okay, and let me tell you something right now. You better not be going over to see who I think you want to see in Ibiza. So I'm gonna have security go over there and detail this entire trip.
Okay.
You better get back before Friday, because I got to get my hair done. Bye.
Thank you, Madam President.
President.
That's it. And I'd be chilling, like, hey, she got it. She got it. She got it.
Y'all know where Don at. You know where he at. He in a top secret location doing some stuff.
Y'all, we're having fun. We're going off. I know you think we're crazy, but we need some fun. Ibiza, Greece. I tried to get the whole thing, and we're having a little fun, right?
Yes.
Yes. We may have to go. I mean, maybe we have to go to Puerto Vallarta or Cabo or somewhere. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish we had. Do we have a boat? Does the president come with a yacht? No.
No, I don't know. To be honest, I mean, he has to be able to travel all kinds of different ways.
Okay, so here we go. You ready for this one? This is our second sour lemon candidate. I hate to do this because I really like him, and I actually think he's really good looking too. But I'm gonna let you decide because this person. Oh, you have it. There it is up there. You see his name.
What happened?
He's starting a podcast, and his podcast is he wants to speak to people he doesn't agree with. But a lot of people are having trouble with his first guest, and they don't think that he pushed back enough on this person who is racist and sexist and has said as much. If you can you guys find me? I know you have the thing, the comment he made about pilots and DEI and all that. While I play this is a clip from Gavin Newsom and Charlie Kirk, who is of Turning Points USA, which is a Republican organization, but. Here's Gavin Newsom's interview on his new podcast. First one.
Are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
No, but I know, but I appreciate that. I mean, it's the reason you're here.
From the very beginning. You ready to go?
You are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
No, but I know, but I appreciate that. I mean, it's the reason you're here because I think people need to understand your success, your influence, what you've been up to, and the fact that you're on these college campus tours. And to your point, man, you just open up. I mean, you're like, ask me anything.
Anything.
Challenge me,
whatever.
When did this whole thing, when did you start putting this together?
I've been at this for 13 years and it's been a wild movement, really accelerated once President Trump kind of came on the scene. Right around, I'd say 2021, we had a goal. Could we move the youth vote 10 points over 10 years? And
it was literally you sat down and put that numerical together.
Yeah, like can we move it 10 points over 10 years? Ish, approximate. Yeah. Because our whole hypothesis was, and we did this alongside President Trump and his great team, was that this demographic is disproportionately to the Democrat side. We believe Democrats were taking them for granted. We think that your side had no message whatsoever and an ideological monopoly. We saw some of the fault lines there. And to President Trump's credit, he also harmonized with the strategy by going on podcasting and using TikTok. But yeah, I mean, we did it in 4 years, not 10, large in part thanks to you guys. One of the things we saw in the last couple of years.
So the thing is that I don't mind talking to people I disagree with, right? I don't mind, but I always push back, as you will see, because I went on to Bill Maher's podcast, right? And I like Bill Maher. I don't agree with everything he says, but some people just don't say. I always push back, and you'll see that when it airs. That hey, look, I like talking to people I don't necessarily agree with all the time, but I'm going to push back. Every conservative podcast I go on, I push back hard. I stand up for my principles. I let them speak, and then I ask for the opportunity to speak. But you have to know who you're speaking to. Now, this is Charlie Kirk again. Charlie Kirk is a racist, homophobic, sexist. You know what? Okay, this is just one of the comments that he has made recently. Here, watch.
That's why I think this United story and the DEI story hits so hard, because we've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits, or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off. And I feel better now thinking about that.
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
Every last one. See, y'all be really like. I'm just saying a universal, y'all, because I get so tired. Like, I've been keeping my mouth shut for so long. Not one of those men that we just watched look like any woman anywhere offered them vagina at any point in time in the I'm telling you, without it being forced. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have those kind of situations and all they got time to do, honey, is learn how to podcast and open their mouths and create blogs and places is all. That's all they got time to do. Nobody is jumping up and down on them. The one guy that spoke, I'm not, no disrespect to anybody, is he even allowed to be out without supervision? A lot look like it's going wrong with him. You understand what I'm saying? And these are the people that have the nerve to think that they're better than people based upon the color of skin. Oh, I wouldn't dare want a black pilot. I wouldn't dare. No. You wouldn't want a black pilot. That's the pilot you probably should want, because that's the one that's going to have to be overqualified. And the fact that we are opening up situations now where we go, hey, can you put some women and people of color in positions, is not because they're unqualified. It's because you're not even looking at them when they are qualified. But it's the nonsense, honey. Close the door on these gremlins and let's go. Because so many gremlins look like that are out here voting. It ain't nothing but a bunch of cats that been fed after midnight running tearing the country up.
I have been on TV and in this business for a long time, since the 1990s, and I believe that's the first time anyone has said the vajayjay word.
What in front of you?
The vajayjay word. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to keep it cute and kind of on mute. What I'm saying is the fact that anybody put a microphone in front of these losers is insane. If we saw them on the street, we would go, can you go get my car, please? They all look like they should work at Meineke, but for some reason, they think they better than somebody because their skin is white and you black and L. I wouldn't want to see them do nothing for me. Matter of fact, I don't even want you to be manager at McDonald's. I hope there's somebody over you if you work at McDonald's, making sure you don't mess that up.
Okay. Now, someone said, guys, can you find me David? So other people are mad at David Axelrod. Should we give David Axelrod, producers, should we give David Axelrod an honorable mention? Because someone did bring it up in the chat. I don't know if you saw that. And they said him and David Axelrod are equal because you know Congressman Al Green, who walked out of the fake State of the Union. David Axelrod said he thought I think it was despicable or something like that. I forget I'm paraphrasing here. So I actually thought the guy's a hero. So now they're saying maybe we should do an honorable mention. So we have two honorable mentions here. Your honorable mention is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Mine is David Axelrod, who I really like.
It's her hair. It's her hair. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene's hair.
Okay. But also she had the MAGA hat on. They're talking about,
but she got to have a hat on because of the hair. You see what I'm saying? So I don't care. She just grabbing hats. She don't care what it say on it. Next thing you know, she might accidentally grab a Black Lives Matter hat and put it on her head because her hair is messed up. You see?
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. So I agree with you, Nikki. We can do that. I'm looking at there. I will fit it there. I'm looking at. Okay. So anyway, my producers are coming up. Their notes show up on the screen. Okay. So that is Gavin Newsom. And I don't know why he's giving oxygen to that person, but hey, it is what it is. I've been texting governor, and let's just say the governor and I agree to disagree on certain things. I've asked him to come on the program.
People give platforms. It's okay for him to give a platform because it's like, let's see what the other side is, because he's not affected by either of the situations. So he can be open to have a conversation. How's his life being affected?
But he could push back more. Like people want some pushback.
Sure, but he doesn't have to do it, and nothing's changed because he hasn't done it.
Okay. All right, here we go. So the next one is, I don't know if you know Mark Wayne Mullen. You ever heard of him? So Mark Wayne Mullen.
Wait, don't tell me right, because I'm looking at the name spelled. This is either a country white boy or a black boy from Detroit. Okay? Because why is this name spelled like, what's going on here? What was his parents? Contestants on a Wheel of Fortune? I don't understand how many letters he got to have in his name. I guarantee you he's a country bred white boy, or he homeboy from Detroit.
Oklahoma. He's white. He's Oklahoma, and he's a senator.
Okay, so I told you.
So Mark Wayne Mullen has been he went on, I'll show you. He wants to, you know who Justin Trudeau is, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
He is the Prime Minister of Canada.
Okay.
He's a very good-looking man. We know that, right? He's the Prime Minister of Canada. He's soon to be stepping down. But remember, he's Prime Minister. And Donald Trump says he wants to annex Canada. He wants to make it the 51st state. So this is Mark Wayne Mullen on CNN. Here, listen.
Okay.
To be solved. What we would love to do is we'd love to have Governor Trudeau work with us on the northern border and help solve that issue. We would love to have Mexico work with us and solve that issue. Why they don't want to and why they're allowing cartels to openly work in their countries, flowing the illegal activities to us, is the bigger question. Why are they allowing that to take place?
Not sure if you calling him Governor Trudeau was intentional, since Donald Trump often calls it the 51st state.
100%, Casey.
All right, fair enough.
It was 100% intentional.
Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, I really am so grateful to have you join the arena. I really do hope you'll come back. Thank you very much for your perspective.
So maybe I don't have a sense of humor, but I didn't think that shit was funny. But anyways.
No, see, because Don, I thought it was the funniest. You know why?
Why?
Because they need somebody like me who's crazy. They say all kinds of wild stuff because they know, and we all love Michelle Obama. God, I love her. She is everything.
Right.
She said when they go low, right, you go high. And that's why a lot of y'all up here depressed. You got the shingles, you're scratching, the dandruff is forming in your head because you're stressed out. When they go low, already be there. Because the minute he said governor, I done said, yeah, and who are you, the deputy sheriff? Huh? Let's go band. What do the young kids say, Don? Band for band? Let's go band for band. They never could get Kamala Harris's name. Kamala, okay, then. Huh?
I would have said, thank you, Alderman Mullins. I mean, dog catcher Mullins.
Okay, go stink with him. Okay. You want to call him a governor. You know good and well he not. You know that. But we surprised you even can read. He looked when I saw all them letters in that name, he looked exactly how I thought he would look if he was white. And I damn near got his birthplace down to when I said, you said Oklahoma. Nobody should be asking him anything. Did you even graduate from high school? Because we know what's going on.
Okay.
All right. You know, I forgot, Don, you got to keep your commercials going. I get it.
All right. Okay. The next one is, you know who wow. The opinions of the people who are speaking on this show does not reflect the opinions.
I'm having so much fun.
Okay. Here's Caroline Levitt. Caroline Levitt is up here. Wait, let me see. Hold on before I do that. Have we got 3? We've done Brian Glenn, Gavin Newsom. Mark Wayne Mullen. We got to do before we go to the other one, right? We got to do 3. Is that right? 3 and 3 producers? Yes.
The poll is up.
Okay. 3 and 3. So here's the poll. I'm watching the live. Let me go on to the YouTube version.
There's a poll?
Yes. Well, yeah, people have to vote. I don't see the poll. Why don't I see it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So the polling is up, everyone. And it says our first 3 sour lemon nominees are, let's see. Brian Glenn, who's the reporter who asked about the Zelensky suit and then went on to double down on his media tour this week. Mm-hmm. Gavin Newsom, who is the governor of California, having Charlie Kirk on, a racist, homophobic, whatever. And then Mark Wayne Mullen, who is a senator, and he called Justin Trudeau the prime minister of Canada. He called him the governor. Okay, so wow, this is the closest one we have had. So you guys keep voting. Shall they keep voting while we do the other ones? We'll let this marinate. All right. And by the way, again, Yamanika is saying shit that she wants to say. I'm not saying that I agree with any of this stuff, but I do find her to be very funny.
He kind of do, though. He kind of do. You know he do.
Don't get me in trouble. Okay, so here we go. Next up, we have Caroline Levitt. She is the press secretary, as we call it. Not secretary, secretary. And she is actually laughing, and she agrees. Not laughing. She actually agrees that Canada should be the 51st state. Here she is.
Continues to call the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, Governor of Canada. I'm curious what he means by that, and if there are any plans that are moving forward with trying to make Canada the 51st state. And I have a follow-up on the economy as well.
Sure. Well, the president put that in his True Social account, or his True Social post earlier today. He feels strongly that it would be very beneficial for the Canadian people to be the 51st state of the United States. They wouldn't be paying for these tariffs. They'd have much lower taxes if they were part of our great country.
This clown, we done, bro. Pack it up, bro. Pack it. This This is in. First of all, the girl looked like an American Girl doll. I have no idea what's happening with her. Okay, she looked like she couldn't blink through half of it. All the Botox and stuff was going crazy. Who is she? That's number one. Where'd she come from? So all of a sudden she here. Then we got another girl that looked like the Walmart version of her asking questions, right?
Okay, Dominique.
Okay, I forgot. Y'all never see me on here again, so I'm about to say it. What I'm saying is, why are these people the people that are engaged in conversation? Let me smarten it up. Why are they the ones engaged in conversation? Where are the people who have studied finance, who have studied medicine, where are all of the people who are at the top of their game that are supposed to be contributing to what happens in the world? Why are we deferring to some girl who just got a position because she knows somebody, and our president is somebody who has never had any qualifications to do anything political, and his first political job is being the president of the United States? It's insane. We try to sit here and make sense of it. But all we can do is try to laugh, because you're gonna cry if you think about how crazy it is.
Dominica, it's a meritocracy, okay? Those people deserve those jobs, and of course.
Right, you couldn't even finish it. You was trying to do your act out just now, Don.
I couldn't even do it.
You couldn't even
I
do it.
couldn't even do it. And by the way, I want to say, because I know people love to write shit about me. Don Lemon's making fun of whatever. Fox News has a whole show every night, a comedian and comedians that make fun of people and talk shit about Democrats. So save your ire and the ink and keep it pushing, because we're having a good time. We only do it one day a week on a Friday, one show. They do it every night, every single night.
Don, let me say this in respect is I'm a comedian, right? So there's a lot of things that I say and don't say, and I've always taken umbrage with my own career, where I'm like, I wish I wouldn't talk about so many political things and so many racial things, because I can have such a large fan base, right? And I know and you make sacrifices for the things that you've done, and I haven't agreed with everything that you have said. But for the things that you have done and the career that you have made, the fact that there's even this stepping around where you have to explain yourself, you have earned your right to say whatever the hell you want to say, and either people like it or they don't. And the people that they need to be pressing about saying whatever the hell they need to say are running the country right now, while our priorities is all messed up. And that's why people need to focus on what's happening and stop worrying about who's saying what, where, and why, and focus on let's move forward.
Let me tell you something. I agree with you. Now let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, well, you better.
I'm just saying that because I already know what people are going to say. I don't know if you know the new and improved Don Lemon, but I don't.
Yeah,
really care.
honey, that glass is
champagne. I'm just saying I don't really care anymore. I have zero fucks to give anymore. Zero Fs, zero Fs, zero Fs. I'm done. I'm done with giving. And plus, I'm in a different place now. I don't have to. And if look, one day maybe I may have to go back to a place where I have to give. But people are multidimensional, and I agree with you, because that's that whole fan base thing. If you just sort of catered and sold out, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they would love it to have someone like you sell out. Yeah. By the way, you notice everything that I noticed, because I've been wondering, why did nobody's forehead moves anymore except for mine? What is wrong with me?
Right, that point.
She
was struggling.
I mean, what happened?
She was struggling to get a blink out.
What? Nobody's forehead moves anymore.
No.
Is it too? I like to see a little forehead wrinkle, something that moves. No.
I thought I was watching Legally Blonde. Okay, I had no idea what was happening. I said, "This is a press conference. Who's this?" You know when you go to those movie theaters where they bring you food to the thing, and the woman brings you the food and stuff. I thought it was at the movie theater, and she was my waitress. Who's this?
That's only in the hood. Does that happen beyond that? That's only at a Magic Johnson theater. Come on.
No, Don. Let me find out. You don't know. When have you ever gotten food brought to you at a Magic Johnson theater?
On 125th and Frederick Douglass.
I
think so. No.
Let me tell you, if they are, you gonna take me to the movies over there. And when Wicked 2 come out, you taking me up to 125th. Don, I'm telling you, I ain't never. You seen them serve at home?
I thought that was only in the Black Theater.
No.
Because maybe not, because we don't like to make
bringing you the food.
Yes.
I can't wait to go to Magic Johnson Theater. I'm gonna be like, when I don't have no food, I'm gonna be like, hello, Don said there's food around here. Let's go.
We can go. We're gonna go either get some wings or some crab legs, and then we're going.
Oh no, you got
want
me crab. Yeah, I'm a Maryland girl. I like crab legs.
Okay, so then we go to the movie first, and then to the Red Lobster on 125th Street, or
oh, you ain't been here in a while. That's how I know you had a touch.
Is it gone?
They put a Trader Joe's. White people here now. That's Trader Joe's here now.
That's Trader Joe's.
Johnny,
That was right by my house. That was right. There was a Whole Food there.
It's gone, and white people live there now. It's gone.
Well, do you remember when they had the what was it? There was a Joe Stone Crab on 100 right above the DSL shoe store.
Is that no? Yeah, that's gone. That's gone.
Yeah, that's been gone. That was gone when I was there.
Do you remember the jazz place on 125th that used to give the free chili out on Thursdays? I forget the name of the place.
On 125th?
It was by that You Buy We Fry right there on 125th. Like when it starts to cut up this way towards where Columbia is now.
Oh, right there where the McDonald's was.
Yeah. They used to they got rid of that place. They used to give you free chili on Thursday nights. All you had to do is sit there and listen to that jazz.
What was the place on 127th and Morningside? It was a French place. Why did I forget the name of it? And there was a wine store across the street. It was a very good French place right outside of the subway stop. What was the name of that joint? You guys know. If you're in Harlem, let me know. I used to love to go in. There's a little French
Showman's was the place. Oh, sorry, that's not your place. That was my place, Don.
What?
Showman's was the place I was talking about.
All right. Okay. Have you been to the Rooster lately?
No, I ain't been doing none of that. You know, because
no Red Rooster, no Marcus Samuelson Red Rooster for you.
I was on. Let me tell you something. I was on Meredith Vieira for about a year when she had her show. And he came on because I love the macaroni and cheese that they have over there.
You were the hype lady there?
No, I wasn't the hype lady. I mean, maybe I was.
You're a writer?
I was on the show. I was like a correspondent, like all of me, Megan Calarasi, Liliana Vasquez, Lance Bass. We all went on, and did like hot topics of her. So anyway, we did.
I was on that show. I'll see if I can find it. Go on.
Please go find it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we've known each other from another time in another space. I see how you're trying to connect with me now, and that you see what my jazz is all about. So there's a macaroni and cheese that they have at Red Rooster will knock your socks off. It got collard greens in it. It's got all kinds of like I forget the like meat and stuff that they had, but I had him come. He came on and did the whole recipe. It was just so delicious. Definitely, if you have a chance, go over there and get some of that food.
Yeah, it was good. Red Rooster is so good. Red Rooster just did a renovation. It's a whole different thing. But the thing is, it's like downstairs, and I forget what the downstairs is called at the Rooster. But I had some I used to get in trouble there. Downstairs on a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah,
man, I had some good times. It was something to cabaret. I forget what was the name of. You guys know.
I don't remember. They used to do comedy down there, and I still don't remember it. I did like 2 or 3 shows down there.
I'm going to show you some Meredith Vieira stuff because I did it, and I did the you guys used to have Nailed It or Failed It on the Meredith Vieira show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. Anyways, so I went on that show a couple times. Sylvia's is better. I love Sylvia's wings. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So make sure you hit the like. Please hit the thumbs up. This is a Friday night. This is our Sour Lemon special, and we are with comedian Yamanika, who is a great, great, great person. We're having a good time, so we're all open. All right. So, anyways, so shout out to Sylvia. Shout out to Red Rooster. Shout out to Harlem. I miss living in Harlem.
Amy Roots.
Oh, Amy Roots.
Right. Yeah. Melba's. We
Melba's
get
is there. Beneteria. Lido is there. All kinds of stuff. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Caroline Levitt now talking about. She's on the suit thing too. Here she is.
We know that some officials here were miffed that Zelensky showed up last week without a suit for his meeting in the Oval Office. But Elon Musk never wears a suit.
He did last night.
So what is the dress code?
Well, Elon Musk wore a suit last night. I'm sure you saw it.
Was he spooked by Zelensky getting kicked out?
No, I don't think so. I'm just pointing out that he did wear a suit last night. And I think the president liked that very much.
Okay, so he wore a suit last night at the State of the Union. And I hear, according to the New York Times reporting, he was wearing a suit in the Oval Office recently or at the White House rather than his other suit.
isn't it funny how they always smiling, but they spirit look nasty? Right? Like, I'm looking at her, she look like a character out of a nightmare movie. Right? Like, when people used to look at a Chucky doll and be like, oh, he's so cute. And you get up, you go to sleep around, and next thing you know, you open your eyes up, he's standing over top of you with a machete. She looks like a Chucky doll. I don't know. The spirit is so corrupt. I guess you have to be nasty to be like, I don't like you because of the color of your skin and your religion and if your sexual orientation is like, you got to be a nasty person to be like that. And then they want you to believe that they love God and God loved them and God bless America while they running everywhere they can, snatching everything they can from anybody. They worse than the Grinch who stole Christmas. Even he left a little piece of hoo hash for them to have in the damn crib. And then when he realized he left, he said, well, let me come get half of the who hash. They don't even want to leave you no who hash. They are the Grinch who stole Christmas. That's who they are. And we all Cindy Lou Who talking about, can I have a little bit of water?
May I have some water, sir? Oh my God. When you guys get me a clip of Meredith Vieira, let me know, producers. Okay, so what else we got here? So that's Caroline Levitt. She's talking about the suit. They're still talking about the suit. Anyways, ridiculous. By the way, she never answered the question. And
she didn't have to, because listen, I wasn't paying attention to nothing she said. I was trying to figure out when her forehead was going to find a crinkle. Okay.
I did not eat much today. I only had like a leftover pancake from the other day. Look, I'm a little bit tipsy.
Let me tell you something. You better go see if you can get some grits from Sylvia's or something, because you don't want to be out here during this climate and get tipsy, because next thing you know, you'll be at Donald Trump house.
I'm not going to Trump Tower. Oh, you mean Mar-a-Lago? No. N-O.
We better see it.
I make my own grits. You don't cook?
Right. You know how to make grits?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you got to make me some grits now. Are you kidding me?
Stand back and stand by. Run this clip of Caroline Levitt talking about, she's on, I think, Fox News somewhere.
Don going to go get
a dead person is going to appear at the State of the Union. Watch this.
First Lady will be in attendance tonight, and the guest list that she put together and President Trump put together is phenomenal. There will be everyday American heroes in attendance. Stephanie Diller, whom you mentioned, who lost her husband in the line of duty at the hands of an illegal immigrant. You have Mark Fogel, who, of course, because of President Trump's Peace Through Strength efforts, were returned from Russian captivity. Corey Comparator, who lost his life protecting his family in Butler, Pennsylvania. You'll also have an auto worker. You'll have a steel worker, and you will see exceptional Americans with great stories. President Trump will be telling their stories.
Right. I know. Maybe she was speaking quickly, but she said when Comparatori was going to be there, who lost his life, I was like, if he lost his life, he won't be there.
No, yeah. No.
Caroline Levitt is contestant number 4 for the sour lemon of the week. Now, this is just when I want quick.
Okay,
I can do it without quick. Don't even try it.
Oh, wait, Don, this is a perfect time to ask you, do you like his sugar or salt?
No sugar. Salt and butter.
Oh, okay. All right. And butter.
Pepper.
Yes.
And then I take some scrambled eggs and I put it in there too. Like I take my scrambled eggs and I dip it in the, come on now.
Yeah, you put it, get some bacon and crumble some bacon up in there and swirl it around.
Yeah, I like hominy grits. If you want some really good grits in New Orleans, I'm telling you, it's really good. And it's hominy. It is, go to the Court of Two Sisters.
Court of Two Sisters.
Oh my gosh, the grits are so good. Anyway, I grew up on Saturday and Sunday morning or whatever eating grits, because that was like when you could really splurge.
Yes.
Like we would have that on a Saturday or Sunday morning. Okay, by the way, again, hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe. Your memberships mean a lot to us. That's how we keep streaming on these here streaming streets. Contestant number 5. Is this right? Contestant number 5. Oh boy, the 10 Democrats who voted to censure Congressman Al Green for standing up for people in the middle of that fake State of the Union, for saying we care about people with Medicaid and Medicare. Why are you doing what you're doing? There were 10 Democrats who voted to censure him. And look, there they are. Ami Bera, Ed Case, Jim Costa, Lauren Gillian, Jim Hines, Christy Houlihan, Marcy Kaptur, Jared Moskowitz, Marie Glussenkamp, Glusenkamp Perez, and Tommy Suarez, and then there were 10, whatever. And then he voted present. Shamari Figures and him, and I guess there were others too who voted present. He had to vote present, I believe, because he said, "I will accept whatever punishment there is, whatever you mete out." And I think that if he had voted against it, right, no, he would have been a hypocrite. And so, first up, Jim Himes on his vote to censure Al Green. It's some bullshit.
Switch gears now and talk about Congress. This morning, House Republicans and 10 Democrats voted to censure one of your Democratic colleagues, Al Green, for disrupting Trump's address to Congress. You voted in favor of censuring your Democratic colleague. Why?
Well, many years ago, I voted in favor of censuring or disapproving of Joe Wilson because he shouted, "You lie." It was just a very brief interruption. It was profoundly disrespectful to then President Obama. I'm sure that I could construct some convoluted way and I would say, oh, well, President Trump is so much worse than Barack Obama and blah, blah, blah. You know what? I don't mind being one of 10 Democrats who said, no, there's a deeper principle at stake here, which is reverence for this institution. And when somebody disrupts the institution, particularly in a moment as important, and look, you know, I have no love for Donald Trump, but I do have reverence for the office of the president. In the military, they salute the uniform. They don't salute the man or the woman in the uniform. And just think about where this leads. If we defend that behavior at the next State of the Union, you know, when there's a Democratic president in the Senate, people will start standing up and obstructing that speech until there can be no speech. So I feel very, very strongly that at some point we need to stand up and say, as horrified as we may be by Donald Trump or by Barack Obama or by Joe Biden, we act with decorum and with a civility that says to the world that we are a serious country.
He
Get your ass out of here with that. Sorry.
Fifth member of Destiny's Child, and that's when they had 4 members. Okay.
Earth Flow, Her Power says blah blah blah. That's how I feel. Get out of here. Like we have.
Who would be putting a mic in his mouth, close to his mouth, if not he do this? Where was this event where then President Biden was talking about Medicaid and Medicare and the whole Republican convention decided?
Give me the clip, please. Give me the clip. Him at the real State of the Union. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's one where she's yelling. She's in the white suit, and then there's her and Lauren Boebert. There's a picture of that. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is in this white Cruella de Vil, and she's yelling. She's telling me he's a liar. She's doing all of that stuff. And there are other Republicans who are helping her to scream along. No censure.
No.
Joe Biden actually fought back and said, "Hey." From the podium. He wasn't a snowflake. He addressed them from the podium as a real man should do, instead of looking for the Speaker of the House to have it back.
And for those who say they would agree with the senator, you had to remember all of the things he's talking about, all of the reasons and the rationale he's giving. It makes absolutely no sense because he's talking about what's appropriate and what's order and conduct. And we're in a time where we are being led by somebody who is abandoning order and conduct. You are not in the same time of the presidents who were keeping it demure. This guy is not keeping it demure.
Oh my God. You are channeling me. I said that today. We live in a different time. His first, Andy, run that back for me. Just play the first 2 words out of his mouth. The first few words out of his mouth gave it away. It should have been an indicator to him, like, oh damn, right? Damn, I'm tone deaf, and maybe I'm operating on a time gone by. Play the first couple words out of his mouth. See if you notice.
Switch gears now and talk about Congress. This morning, House Republicans and 10 Democrats voted to censure one of your Democratic colleagues, Al Green, for disrupting Trump's address to Congress. You voted in favor of censuring your Democratic colleague. Why?
Well, many years ago, I voted in favor of censuring or disapproving.
Many years ago.
Many years ago. We're not many years ago. That was like
it's
2012.
the Golden Girls. Dawn, it's the Golden Girls. It's Sicily, 1675, right? They always going back to some time you ain't never. Can we stay in the future and can we stay current?
Picture it, Sicily,
right.
2012. You can cut it. That's good. We're good with that one. Okay, this is Representative Barra on his vote to censure.
Now, why'd you vote the way you did, Congressman?
Look, I think.
By the way, pause.
It's a
distraction. Just back up a little bit. I'm not saying anything, but it's just so funny to watch now that I'm not on, everybody is so, they look like they're going to like a funeral. I'm not saying it's bad. They're all dressed up in the haircut and the makeup. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, you got to, yeah.
He looks good. But this guy, the other guy, someone said this morning as I was talking about him, they're like, he looks like a bartender, the guy in the screen.
Does. I was like, oh, are we on an all-inclusive resort? What's happening here?
Roll it.
The way you did, Congressman.
Look, I think it's a distraction. This caucus should not be a distraction. We should actually focus on what Donald Trump is doing. He may just dismantle the Department of Education. The fact that 70,000+ VA workers may get laid off, that's going to make it harder for our veterans to get the services that they need. So what Al did, he's a friend. I respect him. But what he did was a distraction.
I would never talk to him.
Here's what he said. I'll play a clip of Green himself. Starts off, right, as you'll hear here, everybody saying how much respect he has for the process and the speaker. But here's Al Green himself.
I respect the speaker.
So we got it. And then he comes up. So here's the thing, though.
Tell me.
You go on.
No, you tell me, Doctor. I got a headache too.
Because there's always a way that you can, not even spin something, but it's all in the way that you look at it. So you could say, look, what I think he did was very brave. Would I have done it? No. But I do have to say that he was speaking for the people that sent him to office to represent them. He did it for a good cause. Medicaid and Medicare are very important, not only to the people in his district who may be liberal, but it is important for people in red states, conservatives as well. A lot of people rely on that. So would I have done it? No. But am I going to vote to censure my colleague who's looking out for the best interests of the people he represents? No, I'm sorry. That's it.
Here. Let me. Okay. The grease over here is also dirty. On our side, the grease is also dirty. Okay. And while it may not have, right, we may not be mixing a fish with chicken, we definitely leaving it in the pot too long. And because it's dirty over here, we can't never really move forward, right? There's a lot of inward dissension that is happening, a lot of passiveness on certain regards. This idea of like, we have to always be above it. We have to always play fair. We have to always be fair. And when you're playing with people who don't believe in those rules, they have a whole set of different rules, and their rules take over the rule. We got to stop this fair is fair. I'm telling you, the Republicans will not do, even if they think they will uphold integrity and honor and they will never vote against another Republican like that.
Right,
because
exactly.
They know that they have to have unity. And no one is really looking at, with all the unity that they're trying to have, they keep trying to break us up into little parts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's insane, and they should be embarrassed, and they should have a meeting with other Democrats to be like, no. We need to talk to you. Why are you voting against? No. We need to see if we can get you out of this position, because we all came up here to uphold order.
Well, you know why it's this whole thing about some fake sense of decorum that we're supposed to have. So what if people go off? Have you ever seen the House of Commons? Have you seen Parliament? In the UK, people go off all the time. That's great. Okay, go off. And then you get censured, or then you get fined, or whatever it is, because the Republicans will do that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, remember when they put up the metal detectors at the House, in Congress, or at the House, she violated it a number of times, and they kept racking up fines. I don't think that she ever paid. I don't think that she cared.
Because she's doing whatever she want to do. Because ain't nobody stopping her. But why? Because guess what? You think you could have walked in there 1,000? I most certainly know that I couldn't walk in there over and over again, racking up no fines. So as long as we live in a society where those double standards exist in the same time frame, what are we expecting here? It's like there's a lot of naivety that is happening on our side, that for some reason we're going to continue to try to forge ahead the good fight and be right and and somehow we're going to be victorious. No, you got to get greasy with them, right? Even in the Bible, when they decided to come in and take respect and honor and peace out of the Lord's house, And Jesus said, oh, this how y'all getting down? He didn't go in there and go, I'm going to pray y'all up out of here. He got in there and decided to become one of the Ninja Turtles. You understand? And that's what we need to do. As long as you sit down and let anybody do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say with no repercussions, they're going to continue to do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say, because you're expecting them to have their integrity to say, let me not do whatever I want to do and say whatever I want to say, but who's stopping it?
All right. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. It affects the algorithm. More people get to see me and Yamanika. They become aware of the channel. Membership link is at the top of the chat, and also you can subscribe. It is free. It is the subscribe button is right below the Don Lemon Show logo. We're here with Yamanika, who is amazing, funny. I don't know, stand up, all kinds of stuff. We're going to find out where she is a little bit later. We're going to find out everywhere she is so we can figure it out. Okay, here's Lauren Gillen and why she voted to censure. She has another bullshit answer.
So tell me why you decided. You are one of the 10. Tell me why you decided to do it.
Look, there is a certain level of decorum and civility that should be adhered to on the floor. If Democrats want Republicans to adhere to those standards, then we have to make sure our own colleagues adhere to the same standards. This is not unprecedented. Democrats censored Joe Wilson for yelling at President Obama on the floor, and I think that we should hold ourselves to the same standard. And look, the American people have indicated that their approval rating of Congress has never been lower. They want to see us working together and actually getting things done to improve their lives. That's what I'm trying to do every day on the Hill. And when we have stunts like this, it doesn't instill any faith that Congress is actually doing that. What we should be talking about is why the stock market is plunging, why this tariff plan is going forward. That's what I wanted to hear in the State of the Union. I didn't want these performative stunts.
Here's what I'm asking Democrats, and maybe you can help me here, Congresswoman.
Performative stunts. Again, there was a way that she could have honored her. Anyway, what say you, Yamanika?
I say go back to that chart where they pulled up all 10 of them, because up until that time, we've only seen the names. When you see the chart, look, guess who's missing on the chart? Guess who's missing on the chart? When we go look at all of who ain't there, okay? Hakuna Matata is a wonderful thing, right? It's a problem-free philosophy, okay? Who ain't there? None of them know the lyrics to Beyonce's "Ya Ya Ya." You hear me? None of them. You don't see us on there.
It's all Wakanda. What you talking about? It's all Wakanda.
Child, maybe 3. Because the way they got, how the hell did you see in Infinity War when it was time for the people from Wakanda to fight all the white people they needed to help them? I said, no, they didn't make these black people weak in the damn Infinity War movie. They don't want us to do nothing without them. Nah, take all the vibranium and stuff out of there. Nah, we ain't gonna let them do nothing. They gonna have to get Wolverine to come in there and do a couple of moves.
Okay, contestant number 6. Is that right? 1, no, 2, 3, 4, 5. Contestant number 5. The 10 Democrats who voted to censure Al Green. Here is, did I have that right? 1, 2, 3,
Don,
4, 5.
do you notice how we went from talking about Al Green, right? After we was talking about grit.
So
did you hear me, Don?
What?
We went from grits to Al Green. We can't make this. The Lord wants us to talk about this.
It's about the hot grits. Okay, so let me tell you, back in the day, Al Green, I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. You make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Everybody there now, some people are not old enough to remember that was Al Green. They think it's Tina Turner. They're like, why is Don Lemon singing Tina Turner? Right. Al Green.
Al Green. We went from grits to Al Green. That's
crazy. Baby. I got something to say to you now, baby.
Okay, we get it, Don. We know you're black. Come on, let's go.
Baby, I'm so glad you're mine.
We get it, Don.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
I grew up.
I remember 8 tracks. Oh, you old enough to remember 8 tracks in the car? in the car,
Yes.
and you had to flip them over.
Yes. Now let me tell you this. When I grew up, not that there were, but we had these records. My grandmother had a record player that was a 78. Do you know what 78 is?
Yeah, I know what 78 is. Yeah, my grandfather, listen, we had crushed velvet in my grandfather's Cadillac. So I know what a 78 is.
78. So when there were vinyl records, there were 45s, which is a little singles, and you had the A side and the B side. Like the B side was usually like, oh, I know that song, I don't want. And then there were 33s, which were the albums usually. And they had both sides. And then if you were old enough, there was a giant thing that was like that, and it was a 78. And had a big thing that you could put the 78 in. And so because they made records, I don't know if you remember this, for 78s with the big thing, they would put the adapter in the middle.
Yeah, I remember the adapter you put over the little piece. Yeah.
No, yeah, but you put it in the little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm up there. We right next to each other. We probably born on the same day in the same hospital.
All right, here we go. What was your favorite? Do you remember your first song? Like the first record you bought?
Oh, that I bought? I remember the first song I ever heard.
Which one? What was
Atomic Dog.
Atomic Dog.
Yeah,
Wow, yippee. Oh, you are young. You're a kid.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, the first song that I had, the first record I ever bought was Backfield in Motion. Backfield in motion, yeah. I'm gonna have to penalize you. And then the next one was probably a Jackson 5 song. I'm just saying, it was probably ABC. It was probably Rockin' Robin or something.
Right. Well, yeah, Rockin' Robin.
Rockin' and a bobbin' and a singing this song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street. Love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin. Woo, woo, woo. Rockin' Robin. Okay, here we go. Pete Hegseth is contestant number 6. Is that right? Do I have it? How many contestants do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's
7, Don.
Okay, so here's Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth has been out here. Here's the AP reporting. Let's put up the AP reporting so I can get it right. Exclusive. AP has obtained and tonight published a database of the file names and descriptions of more than 26,000 military images flagged for removal because the picture highlight contributions by women or minorities or celebrate heritage or DEI. A team of us went through and saved screenshot of images we could still access. Many are already gone, and it's just a fraction of what's being targeted for removal as SecDef Hegseth targets diversity, equity, and inclusion in the ranks. Okay, so let's show you the picture that they tried to scrub.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. A war bomber because it was called the Enola Gay.
Can you imagine? Can y'all put up what they wrote, the AP? Can you put that up, please?
Yeah.
AP has obtained and tonight published a database of the file names and descriptions of more than 26,000 military images flagged for removal because the pictures highlight contributions by women or minority or celebrate heritage. Those are the things that are disrupting your spirit? That's insane what was just said. Because it's highlighting women and minorities and celebrating hair, you think that that's offensive? My God in heaven.
It was named Enola Gay because of the mother of the man who piloted it. Let me see. I don't know if you can make that bigger, but I just want to read on the bottom, and it tells you the story there. This was the 1940s, Roswell Army Airfield in New Mexico. Colonel Paul Tibbets Jr. of Miami, Florida, poses in front of his B-29 Super Fortress, the Enola Gay, named for his mother. The Enola Gay is the same plane he piloted when his bomber dropped the first atom bomb over Hiroshima, Japan, U.S. Air Force photo. But they thought it was gay. So, you know, there are idiots that are like in charge of us right now. All right, so I'm tired of talking about him. That's Pete Hegseth, okay? And then this is our last contestant, who is the Secretary of Transportation, and that is Sean Duffy. Sean Duffy said after the DC crash that that DEI was responsible.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I would just note the president's leadership has been remarkable during this crisis. We have had a whole of government response, local, state, federal.
Wait, pause that. That whole of government response is such a cliche that people say when they don't know what they're talking about, and it's bringing up. We've had a whole of government response. Who said that? Marco Rubio and somebody else said that dumb bullshit. But go on. Sorry, Sean Duffy.
Kind of cooperation, it begins with the leadership in this body. So thank you for that, Mr. President. You make our jobs a lot easier. You made an important point that when we deal with safety, we can only accept the best and the brightest in positions of safety that impact the lives of our loved ones, our family members. And I think you make a really important point on that, Mr. President. That is the motto of your presidency, the best and the brightest, the most intelligent coming into these spaces. I want to take a moment and extend my condolences to the families of the loved ones. We commit to them that we are going to get to the bottom of this investigation.
And they got to the bottom of it and they saw nothing but white bottoms over there and then decided not to say nothing. Because where's the update? They tried to act like it was nothing but women and minorities that was
white bottoms.
Well, I was trying to do the best I could. What I'm saying is they saw some white bottoms over there. What I'm saying is they saw some white buns, hands, skin. Because all these updates, remember, we're going to get to the bottom of it. And we're going to get to and when you got to the bottom of it, you saw white men over there. And you said, let's hush, hush. Don't nobody do a follow-up. To sit there and take the time when people are grieving at the loss of their family members and not even like they transition peacefully, like in such a horrific way that has to run through your mind. And now they take this time of vulnerability and grief to try to run some agenda on DEI. They are the worst.
Okay, here he is doubling down on Jake Tapper's show.
DOT is a big department. The only DEI office that exists in the whole department was at the FAA. Now that existed up to a week ago. That's now gone.
So again, you alluded to this earlier, that the idea of the DEI expanded the number of people trying to get into the air traffic control training, not necessarily those who graduated. The head of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association says that all air traffic controllers are subject to rigorous training and that, quote, the standards to achieve certification have nothing to do with race or gender or anything else. So it sounds like you're saying that there isn't any evidence right now that this affected the accident because it's so early. You'll let us know if there is any, but I just don't know of any evidence. And if there is some, please tell us that DEI had anything to do with the tragedy itself.
What I'm talking about is the mission of safety. And on your airplanes, Jake, or your air traffic controllers, or anyone that works at CNN or anywhere else, they do want the best and the brightest. They will not.
He's not even the best and the brightest. He's not. Right? It's like and you know what's so funny is that even if you're going along on this trope with them, right, that the best and the brightest has to be male and white, it would still be based upon the white supremacist sort of setup here, right? That those are the people that do have access to the best of the best because that's where you keep all the best of the best accessible for whiteness and especially white maleness, right? And even with all that accessibility, they still somehow find a way for people of color and women to even come close to them without having the same access that they do. I think that's the reason why we're having problems with DEI and having people of color and different religions and different genders coming in, because you don't want to look at yourself and go, man, I'm going to have to really do better now because now we're on a real merit system of being qualified.
I gotta laugh I'm laughing at you, but I'm laughing at somebody's saying, because you saw the jacket that said he's only in it for the jacket. Anyways, okay. So, he's saying all this shit about DEI. But then when someone did some undercover background deep reporting from the New York Times today, they found out this. Okay, let me read this to you. So where am I? Okay, so Mr. Duffy said that there were not any names because he had stopped them from being fired. Okay, so it stopped him from being fired because Elon Musk, apparently, according to this reporting, he didn't think that Duffy had fired the DEI people or whatever, or I forget what exactly the thing is. That let me get it right. He was saying that the DEI folks, let me see, assertion that was a lie. Oh, saying that the air traffic, Mr. Duffy, multiple plane crashes deal with more than your people want to fire air traffic controllers. Okay, so Duffy was saying that we are in the middle of planes falling out of the sky. I'm the transportation secretary. And you want me to fire people when we're in the middle of planes falling out of the sky? And then Mr. Musk told Mr. Duffy that his assertion was a lie. Mr. Duffy insisted that it was not, and he had heard it from them directly. Mr. Musk, asking who had been fired, said, "Give me their names, tell me their names." And then Mr. Duffy said there were not any names because he had stopped them from being fired. At another point, okay? Now, remember, Duffy's all about DEI in these public interviews. Mr. Musk insisted that people hired under diversity, equity, and inclusion programs were working in control towers. Mr. Duffy pushed back on that by basically saying, you don't know your shit. These people are not DEI or diversity, equity, and inclusion hires. But publicly, Duffy won't say that because he doesn't want to go against a dear leader in public, and he knows that these are not DEI hires and it has nothing to do with it. So he is a full-on hypocrite and a full-on liar and just will carry the water of MAGA and Donald Trump so that he can be in a position of power.
Yeah, it's like, but also, whether he said whatever he said or didn't say whatever he said, nobody cares. He's going to lie. He's going to do all his kind of nonsense because this is the time that we're in. Everybody trying to save their own behind.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So we got for our last four, and then we have our two honorable mentions. Remember that. We have got Caroline Leavitt. We've got the 10 Democrats who voted to censure Al Green. We have Pete Hegseth, who is removing anything that has to do with gay or women or anything from the Defense Department of Defense. And then we have Sean Duffy, who is saying one thing publicly and then another thing privately about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, I don't know, producers, you maybe have a suggestion of what I can do with our honorable mentions, but here we go. Is the poll up? I don't even know. What did the first poll say, guys? Who won the first poll?
I couldn't even see the poll. Oh, that's right. I'm not looking at it. Okay.
The first poll, Don, was very close, but Brian Glenn won by about 4%. This second poll is not close at all, and I won't give away the results, but the sour lemon nominee that's winning this round is carrying.
Let him vote for a little bit.
Bounds.
Oh, yes, I love this poll. Shit, yeah. Okay, so
who is it?
We won't give it away just yet.
We're not giving it away. We're letting people vote. Okay, so Brian Glenn won round number 1. Now,
I'm excited.
I don't know if Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is our honorable mentions. We'll just let them be honorable mentions. Marjorie Taylor Greene is an honorable mention because of her, she wore a MAGA hat on the House floor. And then David Axelrod, who said that he thought it was despicable or something like that for Al Green to be standing up in Congress, and they should have been standing up and applauding for, whatever Donald Trump, some of the things that Donald Trump was doing or had presented there. Okay, including some of the people he thought had died and Democrats should have been standing up. Okay, so round 1, the winner is Brian Glenn, who asked the dumb question about wearing suits in the Oval Office. And now the poll is up for round number 2. And let's see, over 1,000 people have voted. We'll get a little bit more. About 1,500 folks have voted. Let's see. We keep going. Oh, I know who's going to win. I don't even know if I need to keep going. Okay.
Really?
So number 2.
You don't think we have to keep going?
No, we have to keep. On number 2. We're not going to keep going on number 2. Number 2 is the 10 Dems who voted to censure Al Green. It is by a whopping 60%. Caroline Leavitt got 19, Pete Hegseth got 16, and Sean Duffy got 5. Okay, so We shall move on now. And now we're going to put the two up against each other. Brian Glenn, who asked a dumb question to Zelensky about the suit, or is it the 10 Democrats who voted to censure their colleague Al Green for standing up for the people in his district and the people of America? So here we go. Put the poll up. Do, 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 do. Who's your money on? We don't want to influence the poll, but who's your money on?
I think you know who my money on. You know who my money on.
Let me see.
The one I really went stink about.
Okay, the one. What? Don't give it away.
I'm not gonna give it away, but I'm just saying the one I went stink on. You don't know why.
Oh yeah, you went stink on that group or people or persons. Now, who do you guys? I'm reading the chat. They're saying, "Oh, this is a hard one," says Kat.
It is
Kat,
a hard one.
is a hard one. You should have that music, says Crockwire. We need some music. Producers, we got to come up with a music or something like a little like 60 minutes or our own do. Do we have any music like that?
I have something. Let's see what the sounds like.
Okay, let's see what we have.
Okay.
You know, baby girl.
Hey.
Last time we hung out, it was you and me.
Damn.
And you know I love you. And I told you I wanted to spend the rest of my life.
Yes.
But you know what? You went. You cheated on me with my best friend.
I didn't mean it.
How could you do that to me, baby?
It was
I
one
love
time.
you. It was a day I fell in love with you and you broke my heart.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. I didn't mean it, baby. Why you don't love me no more? Oh, baby. I didn't mean it. Cheat on me with my bro. I love my baby.
Now, what's the lady side? This is Rick James. Now, you Tina Marie. You ready?
Oh, Emma. I didn't mean to cheat on you, but you never listened to the things I told you to do. I said, just love me, babe.
And I just love you, baby.
You didn't love me why, baby?
I want to know why.
The second we got married, you started acting like we wasn't married. Every time I turn around, you look like you wasn't married. I said, hey, we married.
We have lost our minds. Okay, let's go to the poll. I love you. Monica, you are hilarious. You are making my Friday. I needed this. I needed this. Woo!
Don't get us started now. Baby.
Woo! Remember when I used to love them and leave them. That's what I used to do. Use and abuse them. Are you there, Yamanika?
I'm here.
Okay, here we go. So here's the winner is. You guys ready? Do we have a drum roll? Do we have a drum roll? Do we have a drum roll? No? Okay.
No. Sorry.
And the winner is the 10 Democrats who voted to impeach their fellow Democrat Congressman Al Green by a whopping 82%.
Yes.
They were so, this is why, thank you. Okay, I'm glad that it turned out this way because I thought it would be Brian Glenn because it was a dumb question. Maybe we're a little bit far away. But this is how I know that Democrats are selling something that people are not buying. They're with the old school. They don't want to let some youth and some new people come in, maybe even some more progressive people. And that's not really my politics, but I understand the moment that we're in, and I can read the room and see around the corners. You know what I'm saying, Yamanika?
Yeah, of course. Of course. And it's, listen, if I can't get so greasy, but I'm going to tell you something right now. There's another thing that the Democrats have to shake as well, because if there's some Democrats that are really teetering that line, and they're able to teeter the line because it really don't affect them one way or the other. And they know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to talk in code. You see, they know who I'm talking to.
My husband is trying to knock down turning over stuff in the house trying to get to this champagne. So anyways, so look, and, no, I drank all of it. So look, let me just tell you that I think that people want someone who's a group or a party and their leaders to stand up in this moment.
They not going to do it. They
not be all decorum and we can't.
Who was the white man that was standing in front of all of the Democratic? Oh, not you zipping up your. First of all, I'm mad that shirt is versatile like that.
They want this. They want some taco meat.
Yeah. But you ain't got no meat on that taco.
I do. I did a little trimmage.
Oh, you trim? Well, don't be trimming. You let it grow next time. We want to see. We like extra meat. When I go to order my taco, I say extra meat, please, and queso.
I know what you're saying. Hey girl. Look,
at Don, come on.
How you doing?
At the end of the day, you know they not going to do it. They not going to do it, Don, because at the end of the day, for real, it's like if everybody doesn't have a vested interest in the urgency that some people have towards peace and progression, right? Because some people can kind of like be, well, it's not my fight, but I can help, and maybe I can help. You know what I mean? It's the way we constantly get swept into nonsense that doesn't necessarily support us. And until the Dems get very active, like everybody's life is on the line, we're never going to find a resolution because we need a lot more people to fight, and we just don't have it. We're looking weak. We're looking like you can just push us over and take us over and do whatever you want. And when you allow a bully to really bully you, he's not going to stop bullying you. You're just going to become his pet.
Yeah. Yamanika, I love your energy. I loved hanging out with you. And it was silly and fun. And everything we needed on a Friday night after such a crazy week. We need all this. You know what I'm saying? And people are multidimensional. Like, you know what? You have different facets of your personality. You can have fun. You can also be very serious. You're very knowledgeable of political and social and issues that are of the zeitgeist of what's happening. And I really appreciate that about you. You're a very, very bright woman, not to mention beautiful. And I just enjoyed having you here. So tell us, where do we find you on social media? Where are you performing? What are you doing? Are you writing some stuff? Tell us.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, it would be so crazy of me not to give you your flowers, and thank you for allowing me to come on this platform. And let me tell you something, and it's a huge risk because I run my mouth. So thank you for this opportunity to really have me engage with you, and I respect that and I appreciate that. Right now, I'm in the city. For the next 2 weeks, you can catch me at the Comedy Cellar or somewhere around New York City. Just go to my website. Or hit me up on Instagram. I have all my dates and stuff.
What's your website, boo?
Yamanika.com.
Spell it for the people. Get Yamanika's name up. YAMANEIKA.
Yes, and really just find me on Instagram because that's really where I be. I'm lazy. But I do have some dates coming up. We're working on a tour and putting some things together. And also, please go to YouTube. Just type my name in. My special is there. We can't say the whole name here, but you know what time it is, and go watch it.
It's hard R in there though, right? That's why we can't say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really, but it's not but it's just, you'll love it.
You see what Big Dindy Piccolo said?
No.
Already subscribed to Yamanika.
Oh, what a blessing. Thank you.
Yeah, already subscribed.
Just 10 cents a day. You could keep me and my hair moisturized so I don't have to look like Marjorie Taylor Greene for just 10 cents a day.
Yamanika. Thank you. Have a great weekend, okay?
Thank you. You as well.
Come back.
One. I will. Thank you.
Happy weekend, Yamanika, everyone. Woo! That was great. I loved her. What'd you guys think? I love having fun on a Friday. I love that our community and our show is so diverse that we could have fun. Nobody takes it seriously. Nobody takes themselves too seriously. So what I want to do, keep her coming back, says Ms. Vito. I agree with you 100%. So guys, listen, let me just tell you on our last, I want to shout some people out. I want to thank Cox Wire. You sound good, Don. Thank you, I'm sorry, Crocs, or was it Croy Wire? Thank you so much for your very generous support of independent media. Look at that. Thank you. This is how we stay afloat and stay on the air. I want to welcome Vicky Neal as a new member. Welcome to the Elimination. Welcome E. Luke as a member of the Elimination. New member. Tiffany P. welcome to the Elimination. And all of our new members, we really appreciate. We appreciate you guys just being so generous, just becoming part of the community. This is a community that we built. It is for you. It's not really for me. It's really for you. And I'm so glad that you, all the members and all the people, all the subscribers, so make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up. You have to subscribe because if you don't, Jen Blockson just got a membership. Thank you for that. If you don't subscribe, Tim, who's my other half, keeps an Excel spreadsheet. And he tells me your goal is off by this, or you're ahead of your goal here, or you're behind here. This day is ahead. This day is whatever. You got to do this. And so, you know, I'm just saying, Caroline Alston, thank you for coming. Hollis Cobb, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Elimination. AJ, welcome to the Elimination. Sawanya Parks, welcome to the Elimination. Kristen Wood, welcome to the Elimination. Crazy Lady Nikki, welcome to the Elimination. April Akpo, welcome to the Elimination. Therese Tybot, thank you and welcome to the Elimination. All of you new members, we appreciate you so much. So our membership link is at the top of the chat. The memberships are extremely reasonable, and I think you'll love it. Depending on the tier of membership that you are, you actually get to be on the screen with us and you become a guest on the program. So here's what I want to say to you. We are going to, we'll just try to add some different things for our members because we appreciate you so much. Hi, Angie H. Thank you so much for your generous support of independent media. So we try to give our members who are at a certain tier, give them what they paid for, give them more love and behind the scenes things. Like the other night, we had was it last night that we had our members only producers hop on? What's going on with you guys?
Yes, it was last night.
Last night.
That we had our members only chat with some of the folks, and they got this little preview that nobody else got, and I just wanted to play it for you so that other people could hear it, because you know it was my birthday last week, and I got to speak to someone, and I forgot to put it on there. I didn't forget, I just waited. I sort of said, should I put this on or not? And so on my actual birthday, I got a call from this person, and let me see if you recognize the voice. Okay, you guys ready? Don't give it away if you're on the private membership link. Okay, don't give it away. You guys ready? Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Don Lemon Drop. Happy birthday to you. Loves and kisses from Wendy Williams Hunter, the famous one.
Wendy, you sound better than Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, God. You know, I love Marilyn Monroe, too.
So that was my conversation. And Wendy and I spoke for, how long is this? Well, this was after I left it on because I just said, Wendy, I just want you to do a birthday greeting to me. And I'd forgotten I left it on. This is 34 minutes, but we had been speaking for like 30 minutes before that, or maybe longer. So we were on the phone for over an hour. And I just can report back to you that Wendy is doing well. I sent her some candy, which is what she wants. She loves candy. She loves Werther's. She loves Twizzlers or whatever. So I sent her some stuff. And I had to go out of town, on an emergency business. I had to go do the Bill Maher podcast in Los Angeles. And I promised Wendy that I would send her something. And Tim wanted to make sure that it got there, my other half. So he actually walked it over and took it over to the place that she's staying to make sure that she got it. Wendy called me this week. I missed it. I'm sure she's going to tell me either I got your candy or I didn't. What's going on with you? But she's doing quite well. And so we keep praying and hoping that Wendy gets better, and that I think that she should not be in this sort of strict a conservatorship or guardianship. And so, yeah, so there we go. Listen, I kept you a little bit long tonight because we're having so much fun. Plus, I was drinking a little champagne here. I hope you guys had something on. It's a Friday night. And by the way, Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked interviewed me, and this is a cup he gave me, and it says DL, Don Lemon. It's very cheesy, but in a fun way. I don't mean that in a bad way. And also, can I show you guys something else that Jason, I don't know if I showed you this. I went to do Jason's show in Los Angeles, and he also gave me something else. Let's see if I have it here. I don't know if I have it here. Oh, here it is. Now, this is crazy. Jason wants me to use this microphone. What do you guys think of this microphone? This is what he wants me to use. I'm like, Jason, this is so GAY. It is so over the top. But perhaps if I'm doing like celebrity things or I'm doing like, I don't know, something fun, that's what Jason got me. He got me that and some other things. He also got me, what did Jason get me? Some little fun microphones. This could be it. Let me see if this is it. That he got me a little yellow. Oh, that's not it. But he got me some yellow microphones, little small microphones anyway, and that glass. He's very generous. So it drops, I think, on Sunday. Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee. And then I think next week will be Bill Maher's podcast will drop, and it is Club Random, where I went to Los Angeles, and it was really, really, really. Do you have a picture of producers? I don't know if we have a picture that we can put up. It doesn't matter. We can't find it. It's going to take a while, right? So I'll just show it on my phone. How about that? I'll just show it on my phone. There we go. That's me at Bill Maher's podcast joint in Los Angeles. And by the way, it wasn't like Gavin Newsom and Charlie Kirk. Like we went at it in a good way. Okay, guys. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe, become members, follow us on all of our platforms, and have a great weekend. I hope you had a fun. I hope we helped to make your Friday night a little bit fun and help to ease the week and to ease you into the weekend. Okay. Thank you to all of our new members. We appreciate it. All of our new subscribers. Keep supporting us, because this is how we stay viable in these here digital and streaming and podcast and social media streets, is because of your generosity. We are not part of corporate media. We're independent. We don't have big, let's just say government contracts. We don't have that, but big corporate contracts and advertisers and sponsors behind us. We're just here giving it to you without corporate influence. Okay. So thank you guys. And as I always say, oh, by the way, I have a scoop for you. I'm going to speak to a black farmer. I'm not sure when we're going to drop it, but I spoke to a black farmer and he spoke about what Donald Trump is trying to do. He is wanting to bring South African farmers, give them an expedited path to citizenship. And some of the black farmers here in the United States are saying he's trying to give these white South African farmers their land here. And they believe that Elon Musk has an influence in that. It's a fascinating story. Donald Trump just said that today, that he wants to do it. But a lot of people believe that he's being influenced by Elon Musk, who is also South African. That's the reporting. That's just the reporting. So we're going to drop that in a little bit. We'll tell you when. And so we will see you. I'll probably see you this weekend. We'll do some fun lives. Maybe I'll do a karaoke or do something. Last weekend, I went to a diner with you. You never know if I'm going to pop up on the weekend and what's going to happen. Okay. So as I say, every time we're on and every time I leave you guys, turn the TV off. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your